Years and years ago, at the very beginning of time, when the world had just been made, there was no night. It was day all the time. No one had ever heard of sunrise or sunset, starlight or moonbeams. There were no lengthening shadows, nor soft night air heavy with perfume. In those days, the daughter of the great sea serpent, who dwelt in the depths of the seas, married one of the sons of the great earth race known as man. She left her home among the shades of the deep seas and came to dwell with her husband in the land of daylight. Her eyes soon grew weary of the bright sunlight, and her beauty faded. Her husband watched her with sad eyes, but he did not know what to do to help her. "Oh, if only night would come! Here it is always day, but in my Father's kingdom there are many shadows. Oh, for a little of the darkness of night!" Her husband listened to her and asked, "What is night? Tell me about it, and perhaps I can get a little bit of it for you." "Night is a name we give to the heavy shadows which darken my Father's kingdom in the depths of the seas. I love sunlight, but I grow very tired of it. If we could have darkness, we could rest our eyes for part of the time." Her husband called his 3 most faithful servants and sent them on a journey to the kingdom of the great sea serpent. The 3 servants set forth on a long dangerous journey until they arrived at the great sea serpent's home in the depths of the seas. They asked for some of the shadows of night to carry back to earth. He gave them a big bag full of night, securely fastened, and warned them not to open it until they were in the presence of his daughter. The servants started out, bearing the bag of night upon their heads. They soon heard the strange noises of all the night beasts, birds, and insects from inside the bag. "Let us drop the bag full of night right here where we are and run away as fast as we can," said one servant. "Whether we perish or not, I am going to open the bag and see what makes all these terrible sounds," said the third. They laid the bag on the ground and opened it. Out rushed all the night beasts, birds, and insects along with the great black cloud of night. The slaves were more frightened than ever as the darkness escaped to the jungle. The daughter was waiting anxiously behind the royal palm tree. She looked up to see the clouds of night upon the horizon. Night comes at last," she cried. At peace, she fell asleep beneath the night sky. She awoke greatly refreshed and was once again the happy princess who left her kingdom in the sea. She looked up at the bright star shining above and said, "Oh, beautiful star, henceforth you shall be called the morning star, and shall herald the approach of the day. You shall reign queen of the sky." She called upon the birds about and said to them, "Oh, sweet singing birds, I command you to sing your sweetest songs at this hour." She looked to the rooster by her side and said to him, "You shall be appointed watchman of the night. Your voice shall mark the watches of the night and shall warn others that the early morning comes." When it was day again, the servants crept back, empty bag in hand. "Because of your disobedience," said man, "I shall change you into monkeys, and you shall live in the jungle for the rest of your life. Your lips will bear the mark of the wax that sealed the bag of night." To this very day, one sees the mark upon the monkey's lips, where they bit off the sealing wax. And the night in Brazil leaps out quickly upon earth as it leapt out of the bag in those days, and all the night beasts and night birds and night insects give a sunset chorus in the jungles at nightfall.